both specifically related to Lincoln County as well as just overall the pool in general. Just very briefly, as you all are aware, the West Virginia County's Risk Pool is a self-insurance program to which you all are members. We provide property and liability coverages to you and your public officials, as well as to certain boards and so on within your organization. This is a program that is owned completely by you. It is operated by you, and you get the benefits of any money that's left over at the end of the operating years, which is known as membership equity. And I'll get into that here in a few minutes. When we started this risk pool, we started with 19 county commission members. And today, as of 4/1, we will have 31 county commission members. We started out collecting about $2.3 million in what we call contributions, what you refer to as premiums. Today we're up to roughly $4.4 million in those collections, so we collect that every year. That money is used for paying claims, that money is used for paying reinsurance, and it's for paying for any of the administrative fees and costs that go into operating the program. As you can see, this is a growing program. In addition to those 31 county commission members, we also have roughly 32 county-related authorities. Those are made up of solid waste authorities, public service districts, some economic development programs, and so on, as you can see through there, and those are represented in the stars. So we started again with 19 total members. We're up to about 63 members now. It is a strong program, and we happen to be in real good shape. This carries me into directly some things that are specific to Lincoln County specifically. Lincoln County is doing very well in the pool. You all have a 12% loss ratio currently as it stands right now as far as all the losses you have had this year. The average right now is a 32% loss ratio is what we have as far as the overall membership. So you all are ahead of the membership. You all are doing very well. That's a very positive thing. It's a very good thing. We have actually just as of Monday, you all currently have your new renewal quote from the risk pool. You should have received that on Monday afternoon.
And they have a copy.
And I believe you all have a copy. As far as for the numbers, you'll notice that the numbers are relatively flat when it comes to total cost. It's within $100 of what you all paid last year. The only difference that you will see in there is you all have added some equipment, some items throughout the year, as well as there was a change in property values based upon the property equation and the appraisal that was completed. That is the only change. Rates are exactly the same today as what they were July 1st, 2007 when the pool was created. So the pool is providing that stability of cost that we expressed is the existence of and purpose of any risk pool and the operations thereof within, whether it's this state or any other state. The idea is to have a stability of cost. I think by looking through that, you'll see that there is a stability of that cost. So we're moving forward and going into some other specifics about the pool. Over the last 2 years, 2.5 years of operations, the first 2 years have created an audited surplus, which is known as membership equity. It's what you, the members, own of the risk pool. Right now, the risk pool has a members' equity of about $1.25 million. So $1,250,000 is owned by the membership. That's your money. That is actually going to be distributed in whichever way that the board sees fit, and you elect those board members. Those board members currently are all county commissioners except for one county administrator, and they represent you, and all of those board members are from membership entities. So they are actually dealing with not only your money, but they're dealing with their money as well. So they have a vested interest, if you will, in what happens to that money. Excuse me. To put that into consideration, put that into a little bit of connection. If you were being covered by the Board of Risk and Insurance Management, that $1.25 million would belong to them, and they would do with it whatever they wanted to do with it. They would that would be their money. If you were covered by a commercial program, that would be $1.25 million in profit. Okay, that would be what they would pocket out of that group, and they would do with it, again, whatever they wish to do with that. But the board has the opportunity to give that money back to you in dividends, The board has the opportunity to purchase a little less reinsurance, which would directly reduce your rate, which would directly reduce your cost. It has the opportunity to provide additional services. On top of one of the major services we provide is the property appraisals. The property appraisals that we had come out, we brought CBIZ Valuations out to do a property appraisal that is free of charge that the pool pays for. County Commission does not have to pay for that. If you were to do so, that would be several $1,000s for you to have them come out and actually pay for a firm to look at your properties and to give them a property appraisal as far as what it would cost to put that building back with like, kind, and quality. Wood for wood, stone for stone, brick for brick, and so on. One of the things that we did is that there were some questions, and I think a building was missed when CBIZ Valuations came out last year. It was the 412 Market Street location. A couple of weeks ago, I provided the county administrator with a copy of this, and we actually just had a conversation prior to the meeting that there's some things going on with that building now. As far as it probably won't be with you all very much longer. What I did have, and I just want to go ahead and give this to you. Ultimately, this is not going to make an impact whatsoever because you won't have that building for very long. And I did bring it forward. This here is the 412 Market Street, which is currently being used as the EMS building. What you have there is that shows the historical cost, or the cost that you understood it to be when you all joined the pool, and that's for both building as well as contents. And then the new content and the new building value is what it would cost to replace that building with like, kind, and quality materials with the same configuration, same square footage, and so on. As you can see, you were pretty close, within about 7% of that building value. Now understand, and this is where really the question comes in, and somebody asked me this other question when it comes to putting a building back, because one of the county commissions in another part of the state purchased an older house. And I gave them their property appraisals, and they looked at that, and they told me very, very point blank that there's no way that building was worth $175,000 because they only bought it for $40,000. So they wondered why it's valued at $175,000. Well, to sell that building, or what it's worth on the market as it is, may very well only be worth $40,000 or $50,000. But if you were to lose that building, the pool is going to put that building back at replacement cost. Again, it's going to be the new materials, so again, brick for brick, stone for stone. If it's a slate roof, we'll put a slate roof back on it. So that's why that building, and I understand as far as the condition that it's been identified to be in, is something that's going to warrant that you are going to lose that building. But prior to doing so, if you were to lose that building tonight, we would be required per the contract to put that building back like, kind, and quality at that cost. So that's why that building value is what it is. Even though on the open market it's only worth a certain percentage, if you were to lose it in an incident and a covered loss, we would have to pay that much to put it back, because that's what it would be. Which is where we happen to come up with those numbers.
How much are you saying that building's worth?
I believe it's 229. Is that 229,000? I believe to be able to put that back. And again, that's not necessarily as it sits, but if we were to remove it and have to put something back exactly the way it is, that's what the valuation.
How much is that going? I mean, how much more are we going to be paying for that?
In that, it's actually going to, well, let me put this into perspective. What's going to happen is that if you look at the original appraisal that we did all of your buildings, you all had about a 9% increase total, about 9.3% increase as far as total building values for what you all had from the beginning to what we had here. And by doing so, what happens is